Israel is currently experiencing that it does to other countries in a much more limited fashion, mind you. So I assume you guys are going to, for the first time ever, see news media coverage that centers the victims of a bombing campaign for once, because it's on the good guys' side. The good guys are the ones receiving the bombing from the perspective of Western media. So trust me, they will remember how to cover conflicts. Now, as far as I understand, the Iranian message ahead of time was they're not trying to target civilian. They are trying to target military targets. The problem is, you know what? I'll let CNN's Jim Surito explain what the problem is when you're targeting military targets. Let's take a look.
Among the targets were Israeli airfields, but also, and this is crucial, the headquarters of Mossad, the International Intelligence Service of Israel, which is inside Tel Aviv. It's in the northern part of Tel Aviv, but it's in the city. It's in a densely populated area.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Does that mean that Israel's using human shields, brother? Because that's what you taught me. That's what you educated me on, Jim. Jim Sequito. I ain't never seen you wear the vest before. I ain't never seen you wear the helmet before, Jim. You're in Tel Aviv. Why are you wearing the helmet, Jim? So many of his colleagues were assassinated by the Israeli state, dressed up exactly like that, with American bombs, mind you, okay? There is no such thing as human shields, okay? And that's something that I understand. And that's something that you need to understand as well. I actually believe that these scumbags only deploy that when it's Israel that is in the crosshairs of a bombing campaign. Just gonna point that out real quick.
And of course, the concern is if you're firing, even though Iran might consider that a military target, it is in a densely populated city with civilians around it. And that's just one more layer of escalation.
Oh, that's an escalation? So striking military targets that happen to be in densely populated civilian areas is an escalation. Is it a de-escalation tactic through escalation? Is Iran de-escalating through escalation right now? Is that what's going on? Or is Iran doing something that is unimaginably cruel and unusual to Israel? I don't know. Because like I said, I've only learned from mainstream media. I've only watched mainstream media. So I'm like a little confused. I'm a little confused right now as to why the tone and the coverage is like so dramatically different. Because for the past 12 months, that was awesome, right? Like it was sick. Israel was so mighty and so good at what it does. Israel also literally has an Iron Dome, okay? Israel currently has the might of the American military, Jordanian coverage, American coverage, Saudi coverage. They got literally regional partners trying to defend Israel to the best of their ability, and the Iron Dome is getting overwhelmed. Let's see what Al Jazeera is saying.
Sayyid Ali Khamenei, who has the control over the all armed forces, and he has the right to declare war on any other country.
I will warn all of you, don't get callous. Do not think you can post like an Israel defender, okay? You cannot. I'm letting you know right now, you will literally go to prison, okay? They will end your life. You will go to jail potentially for supporting terrorism. It don't work that way. Do not Fed post. Do not Fed post in the chat. I'm letting you know right now, a lot of you mother did this. You did this on October 7th too, and you got. You will never, you will have to sit there and eat the callous indifference and the cackling hyenas over on the side of defending Israel brigade every damn day as they point to like children in body bags, children in trash bags, and say they deserve it. And if you were to ever say anything even marginally close to that, if you were to ever even celebrate it, you will get branded a terrorist. I'm letting you know right now. Don't do it. Having said that, however, the hypocrisy is a little bit alarming. I mean, it's thick, I'm experiencing things that I didn't think I would I didn't think I'd be seeing, Nevatim air base in the Negev. Bro, that's crazy. Okay. Now, look, they got bunkers. Iran does not have the same munitions that Israel has. Iran is not flying F-15s over targets and directly striking them. Their capabilities are diminished in comparison to what Israel can do to a defenseless area that it occupies, such as the Gaza Strip, a defenseless country with a paramilitary that is all that remains to defend them, like Lebanon. Okay, Lebanon does not have any anti-air systems. That is by design. It's so that Israel can fly over it and destroy it when they want to. And I need you to understand. I need you to understand something. This entire situation, and I want everyone to remember this, this entire situation could have been avoided since day one. It could have been avoided from the jump. All it would have required, demanding that Joe Biden do the elder statesman thing, which is reign in Israel. People in his corner told him to do that. People literally told him over and over again, hey dog, you know how Israel gets, bro? Please tell him to dial it the back. He was like, nope. Oh, look alive, Jack. I love Israel. I'm a Zionist. Israel can kill as many babies as it wants, Jack. Look alive. Here's the facts. I'm a Zionist. Rein it in. I said it a million times over the course of the past 12 months. I was like, rein it in. Rein Israel in. Please, rein Israel in. I even said, listen, if you're a bloodless, monstrous, sociopathic piece, but you still care about at least like retaining power, at least if you care about the Democratic Party winning the election, leave Netanyahu with a fat arsenal of weapons and a willingness to do the bidding of Donald Trump because he's in the tank for Donald Trump. He's going to go to war with Lebanon. He's going to invade Lebanon. Everyone's like, Hasan, you're being ridiculous. Hasan, you're being crazy. Where the are we now? Where are we now? I said it for months. Am I prophetic? No, I'm a dumbass, okay? I'm a stupid idiot who sits around in front of a computer all goddamn day. I just know a little bit about the way Israel behaves. That's it. I've just done a little bit of reading. That's it. Like a minor amount. If you are even remotely interested in the history of the region, you arrive at this conclusion on your own. If you only get your from, I don't know, random YouTubers who are dick riding Israel into oblivion, or if you're only getting your news from MSNBC, CNN, Western media without ever like applying a little bit of media literacy or applying a little bit of critical thinking, you're like, oh, how did this happen? Israel's the victim once again. It's crazy. Dude, they've been doing this. They've been doing this like for 76 years. A lot of the regional actors have basically designed their entire existence around maintaining a defensive posture, maintaining a deterrent strategy, developing an arsenal specifically to combat this kind of thing that Israel does on a regular basis. And since October 7, Israel's been doing infinitely worse that Tel Aviv is receiving currently every goddamn day, every day, dude. So if you are now going, how could this have happened? How is this going? How could this have ever happened? Who would have foreseen this? Like, I've been telling you that this was gonna happen. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. This isn't normal. Every single one of these rockets is meant to kill. Yeah, no, dude. That's what rockets do, dumbass. That's what your rockets do to the fucking Palestinians. Like, get the out of here. What are we doing? I've never seen a total failure of Israeli interceptors like this, completely ineffective against Iranian missiles with a point of comedy. It is insane, brother. Of course. What the were they thinking? What were they thinking? Also, this is the most Israel thing to do, okay? There is nothing more Israel to be like, we're getting bombed in a way that we never have. What to do? Oh, it's time to post like a goddamn teenager. What are you doing? This is the national account of the state, okay, of an apartheid state that is currently conducting a genocide, and they're posting like a anxiety-ridden teenager like, this isn't normal. What are you doing, bro? Is this the start of World War III? I don't think so, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll be honest, it is unique to Iran to do this. It was already unceremonious and out of pocket for Iran to even retaliate against Israel at all, but that was a managed retaliation, okay? That was a managed retaliation. That was genuinely a previously communicated retaliation, and they struck like one military base overall. They didn't deploy. They told what they were going to do ahead of time. Like they gave literally like a week's notice or some shit. This time is different. It's a little different. It kind of caught everybody by surprise. They still gave forewarning, but the forewarning was significantly shorter. And I don't know. What is Pat Bev doing over there? I don't know. But if I'm Pat Bev, I'm getting the out. Don't worry, America will give you a flight out. Unlike those in Lebanon, if you're in the crosshairs of Israeli bombing, of course, you don't get a flight out there. But if you're in Israel, don't worry, America will find a way to transport your ass out of there and back into safe territory. You know, Pat Bev is cooked. Israel just promised to retaliate. Yeah, I know. They did. They warned this morning. They warned. Senior Iranian official said the U.S. was alerted by Iran through diplomatic channels shortly before the attacks. But that was not a long ass forewarning. That's a little different. This is the message Israelis across Jerusalem are receiving right now. Imagine living like this. Dude, are you Bro, are you serious? Are you serious? Imagine living like this? Yeah, dude. That's how Palestinians live every day. They don't even have the home front command. They just eat it. They don't have bomb shelters. 12 months of genocide, bro. No way. No way. Turns out bombs killed. That's crazy. I'm actually shocked, brother. That's crazy. Anyway, I hope the HasanAbi heads, listen, I mean, this is the same thing I say to the HasanAbi heads in Lebanon that Israel bombs on a regular basis. I hope you guys are all right. You know, my thoughts are with you. I know you're already stuck in a goddamn genocidal freak ass state, surrounded by absolute sickos on a regular basis. Life is as it is for you. And now you have to deal with the genocidal government you don't agree with and its consequences. I hope you guys are all right. You know, be safe. I don't know. It's the exact same thing. It's like, it's what I say to the Palestinians. It's what I say to the Palestinian chatters. It's what I say to the Lebanese chatters. It's the same. What is this guy? This guy said, you still on Iraq's side and Hamas side? Brother, are you stupid? Do you not hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I am anti-genocide, okay? I'm anti-genocide. I'm anti-fucking war. Do you understand that? That's the side I'm on. Holy dude, Jesus Christ. 12 months of genocide from the apartheid state. And this motherfucker's like, are you still on Iraq? What is Iraq doing? Is Iraq involved in any way? This motherfucker dropped that in there, bro. He just dropped Iraq in the conversation, demonstrating his position is just like, so what's up? Are you with the sand people or what? Like, who are you with? Are you with the civilization or the sand people? Whose side are you on? Americans usually have this appetite, you know? Americans just have an unfortunate appetite for death and destruction when stuff like this happens. Here, let's hear what they have to say now.
And the court said that we're still facing Hamas in Gaza, which its charter, by the way, like the charter of Hezbollah.
Bro, this dude is, bro, go to the bomb shelter, dog. Go to the bomb shelter. What do you mean, Hezbollah and Hamas? You are unserious. You are not a serious person, dude. Holy shit, this motherfucker, like, I don't give a they could kill me right now, and I'm still going to tell you the talking points, okay?
Can I ask you about regional
He's conflict? Like, yo, remember the 1988 charter of Hamas?
And do you think that he's trying to precipitate regime change in Iran based on his comments yesterday, ostensibly addressed to Iranians? Let me see if I can find the exact quote. When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people
among
think,
the targets were Israeli airfields, but also, and this is crucial, the headquarters of Mossad, the
Oh, sorry.
First that was of all, like, I'm not a big fan of Netanyahu, so...
Oh, yeah, he hates Netanyahu, but he also
think, yes,
obviously...
he wants... somehow to get that Iran doesn't become nuclear power, and he knows that he needs America for this. So yes, he has something in the back of his mind that if this is an opportunity to involve America, he would push for it. As for regime change, I don't think Israelis should be involved in any speculations and ideas. We tried it in Lebanon back in 1982, and we failed. And I think Israel should talk about the regime change in Israel itself, not elsewhere.
Uri Dromi, founding director general of Jerusalem Press Club, retired colonel in the Israeli Air Force. Thank you very much for joining us on Al Jazeera.
Oh, Israel gave the all clear about an hour ago. The attacks are over. Oh, I thought they were still blowing. I thought they were still going in. I just saw a live connection to Tel Aviv. They're already back to normal. It's crazy. I don't have a final assessment of what's happening. No, this is live. Al Jazeera is live right now. It's just that the attacks are from earlier. They're just showing the wave of attacks from earlier. You think the recent escalation with Lebanon now and now Iran was Bibi coaxing attacks to boost his approval? Benjamin Netanyahu has wanted a war with Iran for most of his life. This is the reason why he was heavily against the Iran denuclearization agreement, because he was terrified of the prospect of normalizing relationship with Iran. That's why he kept mercilessly and relentlessly attacking the Obama administration for its signature accomplishment on that front. That's part of the reason why he loved Donald Trump. IDF has announced, as far as I understand, they've announced that they're going to retaliate. But the thing is, they already have been. Yesterday, they bombed Damascus and Lebanon. They already have been nonstop attacking. The only difference in this circumstance is they'll probably attack Iran. And I don't know if they'll actually attack Iran with even more weapons than prior. And I don't know what that looks like. This is unique territory overall. This is new territory overall. It's not unique in the sense that like Israelis have been literally begging to nuke Tehran for quite a while. But Israel already bombed Yemen yesterday. They bombed Damascus. They bombed Lebanon. They've been bombing Lebanon. The only difference is now they'll bomb Iran again. Yeah, word I got is that this will be like the April attacks. Israel will retaliate by attacking Hezbollah in Lebanon, not Iran, and Iran will use it to posture to the Arab world that they can do something, but not expected anything else to happen like April. We'll see. The difference in this circumstance of the Iranian retaliation was the lack of prior knowledge of the retaliation. Like they only revealed that they were going to retaliate. They only revealed that they were going to retaliate right before they actually launched their missiles. Last time, they gave like 7 days of warning. They telegraphed it. They were like, hey, we're going to come. We're going to retaliate. We're going to retaliate. If Israel doesn't do something about it, we're going to retaliate. We have a right to defend our sovereignty. This time it was relatively quick. BM is posting throughout the Middle East. What a bunch of psychos. The IDF after the Iranian attack, the Air Force will attack strongly tonight throughout the Middle East. Al Jazeera correspondent in Tehran is saying there will be another wave of attacks. It is pretty crazy that all of this was absolutely telegraphed, okay? All of this stuff was telegraphed from the jump. It's not like we didn't know this was going to happen. Of course we knew this was going to happen. What the was anybody expecting? And for the record, what Israel will do, I suspect, when they say they're going to retaliate is probably kill a bunch of Gazan civilians, okay? As they have been. They haven't really stopped. They killed like 34 the other day. It's just that the attention has shifted over to the Lebanese civilians that they're killing by the hundreds, right, in Beirut. So that's probably what they're going to do. They're going to pummel civilians. They're going to punish civilians as hard as they possibly can because they only have one speed. They only know to do one thing, and that's kill civilians. And that's precisely what they're going to do. Will this inevitably cause Israel to implode on itself? I mean, all of these things actually hurt the psyche of the Israeli citizens because Israel only responds to violence, okay? Israel only backs away when they are forced to back away through violent retaliation. I think there was a terror attack as well. Like there was a shooting attack inside of Israel as well. I don't know if it was in coordination. It probably was in coordination with the bombings. Ultimately, what's going to happen is because Israel only responds to force with more escalation, but only backs away when they fear that there are real repercussions for Israel. That's what they've educated the entire region on. So that's why these things are happening. They can only get away with this. They can only get away with like further and further escalating when they have this security, when they have the Iron Dome, when they have the confidence that like the regional actors, no matter how they retaliate, Israel will be able to protect its citizens. It will be able to protect its civilians, right? When that security veneer, when that mentality goes away, normal Israeli society starts fearing that there is retaliation for all of the dangerous escalations, the calculation changes dramatically. Because remember, Israel is within the sphere of Western influence. It is like a Western country in the Middle East. Go to work. People have marketing jobs. Okay. I think it was 2 people from Jaffa, 6 dead, mostly civilians, and a few others wounded. Thank you, Time Without an Ovo. I'm glad you're safe. So when, you got DJs. Oh, sorry, from Hebron, but the attack was in Haifa. Projectiles were intercepted over Jerusalem Tuesday evening as Iran said it fired dozens of missiles into Israel's retaliation for killings of leaders of Hezbollah and Hamas. Air raid sirens are sounding across Israel. Do you think an invasion of Iran's airspace is possible and likely retaliation? I don't know. Maybe. Israel is going to see what it really means to be a U.S. proxy state? No, I don't think so. In Jaffa. It was in Tel Aviv. Okay, I don't know where the attack was. I need to take a breather. In my opinion, it's nothing because Israel knew not only it was going to happen, but also the targets which were cleared. Last I saw, only injuries were 3 from the shrapnel and 2 people from running into each other in shelters. Yeah, but you have to remember, Israel will be notoriously private about like what targets actually got hit. I don't think that I do not think that they will be open about if like their military hardware was destroyed. Like they're not going to say that. They do not want any of the regional actors aligned against Israel to score a W in this situation. They do not want, even if there are, like obviously if Israeli civilians died, we'll know about it. That they can't hide that. If the attacks are directed at military targets, as the Iranians claim they specifically destroyed military hardware. Israel probably will not reveal that information at all. They don't want that. They They don't want people to know Israel is not this like infallible and impossible to penetrate security barrier. Is actually not impossible to penetrate. Israel's Channel 12, 8 killed in the Jaffa shooting. Israeli police say one of the attackers has also been killed. Yeah, there was a shooting at a train stop in Jaffa. Israel has resulted in multiple casualties. Initial reports indicate several people were wounded, with some in critical condition. According to the Israeli Broadcasting Authority, 4 people have been killed in the attack. Yeah, and I think Daniel Hagari also said that you shouldn't show any videos of any attacks. Don't show the videos. Very graphic. I'm not going to show the videos. To be honest, I think we could be next. I don't know what part of the world you're in. If you're in Iran, or if you're in Lebanon, or if you are in America. Oh, in America? Yeah, I mean, maybe, probably not though. I think most of the regional actors are too busy with their own backyard at this moment to focus their crosshairs on the United States of America. Iran's legal, rational, and legitimate response to the terrorist acts of the Zionist regime, which involved targeting Iranian nationals and interests and infringing upon the national sovereignty of the Islamic Republic of Iran, has been duly carried out. Should the Zionist regime dare to respond or commit further acts of malevolence, a subsequent and crushing response will ensue. Regional states and the Zionist supporters are advised to part ways with the regime. They're doing the same thing that Benjamin Netanyahu said yesterday. They're like, we don't want war with you, the Israeli people, but your government is the reason.